Here we go. So this is something cool, guys. Check this out. This came across my Twitter account yesterday, but it was going on the day before, I believe. It's actually down here in Los Angeles. But a couple of actors. William Lexham on Twitter, at Will Lexham. I've seen him at some of these events, I believe. I see him on Twitter a lot. I think we've crossed paths in one of these LA events. Anyway, him and another actor, David Arquette, as well as an artist, I believe not one, actually went down to Los Angeles and put up a pretty cool Andrew Yang mural. They put a short video together. I'll play this for a second so you guys can kind of get a gist of it. But I wanted to highlight because it's a really cool thing.
Not one.
Met you at your event here. We got a surprise for you when you come back to LA.
Hey.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Isn't that?
Boom.
And just music in the background.
Is that a car wash?
Yeah, it looks
Legit?
like it.
That's a car wash. Come get your car washed.
Like it's on 3rd Street in Ardmore.
So now we need just a
3rd
bunch
and
of
Ard.
hot
Do you know
guys
that?
and
Oh,
hot
God.
girls doing a car wash on a summer day, holding up those signs, making like a cool National Lampoon movie out of it.
Exactly. That's
freaking boomer marketing 101
took
right
the
there,
words
dog.
out of my mouth. Took the words out of my mouth. There we go. It's some more fun, some more cool stuff on social media. Here's a moment where Will gave David Arquette a Yang hat. He swapped out his Yang hat for his. And they just moments of them hanging out doing it. But we try to highlight stuff
Cool,
like
man.
this a lot of just the cool things going on with the Yang Gang. Interesting. 'Cause, again, this is something unique to Andrew Yang for the most part. It's the same way. Full disclosure, the way that like Ariana Grande and like Cardi B just hang out with Bernie Sanders. Unique to Bernie Sanders. That is unique to him. It's not the same with Andrew. Andrew Yang's a little different than that. But I thought this was very cool. Like I said, guys, I'm going to try to get down there today or tomorrow to get some video and photos of you guys before they try to get rid of it. But hopefully they don't, because it's a really cool mural. And they have some photos here, too. Here we go.
Wow,
Get a better look
look
at
at
it.
that.
Some photos. Yeah, isn't that very nice, man?
That's way cool.
Yeah, and
It almost looks like a gun in his hand, though.
not really, but
Like it almost looks like he's holding up like a pistol, but now I see that it's dollars. At first I thought it was like a pistol. I was like, whoa, it's like a Western Andrew Yang. But no, now I see he's securing the bag.
what
You know
a
what I'm saying?
very like theatrical take on it. Like you see someone holding a gun. Oh, like the Westerns.
Well, yeah, like it's
the
like a
John-
bandito
yeah,
getting out of town. You're like,
like the John Wayne pictures.
yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. You know? What?
Like John Ford. Remember John Ford is a good man. John Ford.
Look, dude, I was born and bred on. Okay, my mother said that she was not going to raise an uncultured child when TV came out, so she didn't let me have a TV in my room. But she did force me to watch classic movies. And by classic movies, she basically meant every Rodgers and Hammerstein flick ever made, every musical out there,
did you get to watch,
and every Western. So I don't know if I was raised on classic movies, because I didn't see like The Godfather or Scarface until I was much older. My dad's like, yeah, here, watch this one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'd say all the way up until like 12 or 13, I thought classic movies meant John Wayne movies and Rodgers and Hammerstein flicks, because I had an elementary school teacher mother.
That's really funny, man.
Yeah, it was pretty hilarious.
yeah. But
I'm
anyway-
like a Frank Capra baby, all right? I just
Yeah.
admit it.
Very, very interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to go. Again, the mural itself is really neat. I also thought it was really cool. It's always really cool seeing kind of like, I don't like saying celebrity endorsements, but more just like influential people using their influence and lending it to the campaign, I guess, which is a celebrity endorsement. But whatever, however you want to phrase it. I think it's really cool to see. And I don't know, man. I just thought this was a really, really. Also, I'm a big fan of both the Scream film franchise and professional wrestling. So David Arquette is crossed into both those realms. So I'm very aware of the guy. I think it's very cool that he's also supporting Andrew Yang. This little aside here is funny, interesting to note that Andrew Yang is getting into the wrestling community a little bit.
Yeah.
And there is a standing invitation, I guess, for Andrew Yang to appear on one of the largest wrestling podcasts in the world. So I'm just saying, Andrew, you'll probably reach a lot of people.
It's not a bad idea.
Couple good. I don't know. I mean, you have to remember David Arquette's former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, so you have to keep that in mind.
Wait, what?
Yeah, in the early 2000s, when WCW was a floundering company,
David Arquette jumped in the mix?
he was starring in a film called Ready to Rumble that was being produced by Turner, who owns WCW, the wrestling company, and as a way to gin up excitement for the film, they had him win the championship, and it basically was the end shortly after. Anyway, I'm not gonna
Get out of town.
not
That
gonna-
guy, he looks a little bit skinny to be a world wrestling champion.
You're not alone. It basically killed the company. No
Yeah.
one watched it again.
I was
after
not
that
going to
happened.
say, man, when you're showing me pics of Chris Jericho, when we got Rocky in his prime, I know he's in professional wrestling, but when I'm thinking of like
Before
those
his-
brothers in the ring, I'm not thinking of David Arquette.
In his defense, he did apparently, when they came to him with the idea, say, no, I don't want to do that. And they kind of said, look, it's good, it'll be good. And eventually they just kind of convinced him, like, it's going to be good for the movie. And he eventually said, okay, fine. If it's going to be good for the movie, I'll do it.
Wow.
And,
I got respect for that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just thought it was funny. And then, and a little bit unrelated, but I don't know. I didn't want to, I'm trying to find something else. Oh, yes, here we go. I was trying to find this. So, like I said, I'm trying to highlight just cool stuff. And the reason why I don't do this as much as I used to, I feel bad because I always leave people off. But please send me stuff if I leave you off. It's not intentional. I only remember so much. But someone sent us this. This was very cool. So this is Dana Jimenez, I believe. She said, my mother did her tire cover in support of Andrew Yang. And she wore the specific shirt to add to the message.
Hey, Dana Jimenez.
and the
There's
shirt
Abuela
says,
Jimenez right there. Look at that.
Yeah, and look at that. Not left, not right, but forward. And just
And
very
that's
cool.
straight up hand drawn.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I got to tell you, I can't remember what movie it's
Like,
from.
it's like people are actually passionate. What do you know? It's like
Yeah.
people actually care about this campaign, right?
And I
It's really cool.
like that handcrafted mural. In fact, to me, I am more swayed as a viewer by a handcrafted mural than let's just say that guy's time is worth, I don't know, $500 an hour. And let's just say it took him 5 hours. So that's a in-kind donation of $2,500. I am more swayed by that mural than pretty much any other ad that you could put out that has a value of $2,500.
But like I said, how about this too? Just
Yeah.
really quick, like you were saying, it also can go from, like you said, just the back of your tire cover from just, a regular person in Texas.
Yeah, that matters.
Or all the way to, here we go. Where is it? Movie stars down in Los Angeles painting murals. Like, the thing that's so fascinating to me about the Yang Gang in particular, here we go, what I'm looking for, is that it crosses, and not every campaign I'm sure has stuff like this, but I just think it's so cool to see, like you said, you have a Hollywood actor down in Los Angeles with a big wall mural, and you just have, someone's grandmother who just put a sticker and wrote in the back of her thing. Like, people are just kind of doing whatever they can and whatever they want to do to show, because they're just passionate. It's not like...
Yeah, that's
the
cool.
other
I
thing
dig
too-
it.
the
I
other thing
dig.
that stuff like this shows me too, whenever I see like artwork done, not always, because some people are just psychos and they're able to just like do stuff like that, but a lot of people, for the most part, unless they are really passionate and really care about something, they get like, there's a lot, better way of putting it, a lot of people write and draw and do stuff and just don't tell anyone they do it. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's
Yeah,
kinda
they're
weird showing-
closeted.
But the fact that like you'll see a lot of people who I'm sure did this stuff for years and just didn't talk about it, they're now kind of trying to use their talents to promote stuff for Andrew Yang. I think it's because they feel that they're actually passionate about it. They're like, you know what? Maybe it will look kind of foolish and someone might laugh at me, but whatever. I actually care about what I'm doing this for. And I just, it's been the kind of other side note of the Andrew Yang campaign I love covering so much, is seeing, like I say, when I go to these events, most of the people I see in the Yang Gang, like they would have like been like, 14 months ago, I'm not just going to come out into some random place and talk with strangers about whatever. Like, it just wasn't the kind of personality a lot of people have. But it's really getting a lot of people organized and mobilized. And again, I feel bad because I'm not trying to leave anyone out. I am trying to pull up, as we speak, some more stuff. But it just showing, like, it doesn't matter if you're a Hollywood actor. Here we go. This was very cool. So this was at the, I think it's pronounced the Hmong, right?
Whoa, look at that.
I think it's like an Asian ethnic group. I don't know. Forgive me.
The Hmong.
I'm very ignorant.
They're the ones in El Torino.
Sure. Either way.
Oh, no, it's the Hmong, I think.
Either way,
Oof, I
check
can't
this
remember,
out.
yeah.
But check this out. So I guess they had the New Year celebration in Minnesota, and so a bunch of young guys were there breakdancing for them. Again, like it's just we go from Texas to Minnesota to Los Angeles. You got actors, grandmothers, breakdancers. It's just like, it's funny to me, and this wasn't me digging for months and months. This is from the last 3 or 4 days, just stuff I've been coming across on Twitter. I mean, it is so cool seeing stuff like this. And again, it gets hard for me to note all of it. It's cliche, but it really does seem like Andrew Yang is touching and speaking to people in a way that's just mobilizing them. That I don't think these people were mobilized for candidates. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself now, but
No,
really cool.
it's-
Very impressive, right?
Very much so. And this, I've said it. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. That the word charisma comes from the Greek word meaning a gift from the gods, and that they use that word, the Greeks did, because there's no other real way of describing it. These people aren't going to start breakdancing because they were given money. You can't have that kind of enthusiasm from a monetary donation. Well, maybe you could. It would just have to be, big enough, out of the ballpark of what a politician's going to give, right?
Yeah, compared performance.
Yeah, you couldn't have that level of enthusiasm out of a sense of duty. You know what I'm saying? duty-driven people will do things, but there's intangibles there that you can sense. How well they're doing it with how much enthusiasm is something that's intangible. It's those non-tangible things that you can't measure that are all over the Yang Gang that lead us to think it's based off that charisma, just that gift from the gods.
Well, speaking exactly to your point, I came across this. I want to highlight this. I hope I don't
Hit it. Highlight it.
I always feel bad sometimes. I don't know. If you're tweeting stuff at me, if you're tweeting, no offense, I use tweets in my videos. But this was a very cool studio, I thought, because this is a Caitlyn Germain, I believe, and she says that she used to make her little sister call her friends to ask if they would hang out, and because phone calls and rejection made her anxious. But now she's phone banking for Andrew Yang. I think it's just, as we're both speaking to, just a great
that's
little version of it
cute.
right there. Like I said, there's people that like, yeah, seriously, we're like, and you can see he's wearing the Yang shirt and everything. It's just like people who like
Confession, I used to make my little sister call my friends to ask if we could hang out. Phone calls and rejection made me anxious. Oh my gosh.
I mean, you can almost argue probably if phone calls and rejection make you anxious, then a good way to get over that's the phone bank for a candidate that has low recognition, because it's going to be a lot of that, right? But again, like, this only comes from people. Like you said, it's hard to pay someone to do something they really don't want to do. But when they're passionate about the outcome, they'll do it. So I don't want to spend too much time on this, but it's very cool. And again, one last little run through. Just, from Hollywood. Like, it's literally from Hollywood celebrities to grandmothers to breakdancers to just people hanging out wherever she's from. I don't even know. It's just that everyone's doing their little bit of like the things that they just
I see. It's
are in
his
their
two
way.
fingers holding the dollar bill.
Yeah.
That's why he's given a peace sign with it. See, I thought it was a pistol.
No, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. But
All right.
but there we go. So very cool stuff. Shout out to everyone who we mentioned there. Again, if you're doing your own grassroots stuff, tag me, send it to me. I always try to like it and share it on Twitter. I apologize if I didn't get you in this video. I'll try to get you in the future. It's just there's only so much time, and I forget a lot of the times, and I go back and say, oh yeah, that was really cool. I forgot about that. So
just remember, we're at PSP Radio 1 on Twitter.
Yeah.
Make sure you tag us.
And blame me, not Cardin. Cardin has nothing to do with this. Blame me for this.
Yes.